Numerous informal settlements across Cape Town have experienced absolute devastation over the past week. Today we found ourselves in the Bietjie informal settlement in Nomzamo in Strand, where we know that over 60 structures have been destroyed and unfortunately one person died due to smoke inhalation. Of course, not the first fire. As a matter of fact, according to the Gift of the Givers relief organisation, they've been responding to fires every day for the last week. We also know that there's a massive fire that took place in Dunoon. And we're joined now by Ali Sablé. He is the regional coordinator for the Gift of the Givers here in Cape Town. Ali, you've had your work cut out for you, and of course always extremely sad to see people losing their homes and their possessions. In this case, unfortunately, someone also lost their life.
We were just yesterday busy with a fire in Masiphumelele, and on our way to the warehouse to load humanitarian items for distribution to the other fights we assisted in the past, we received the first call from the Stoffland informal settlement in Dorens, where the Breda Valley informal settlement informed us that there's a fire occurring in the informal settlement. We just got the confirmation that 62 structures had burnt out, 260 people displaced. And at 3 a.m. this morning, we received calls from community leaders and community members of this informal settlement, the Bietjie informal settlement, pleading for us to come assist them as the informal settlement's on fire. The fire department was on site to extinguish the blaze. The community members then informed us around about 7 o'clock that unfortunately one person has passed on due to smoke inhalation. We have teams stretched all over. After my distribution at this fire site, I'll be making my way to the Dorens area to assist the communities there. We have teams assisting in the Masiphumelele areas of the fire that has occurred yesterday. We have teams assisting 2 informal settlements in Dunoon, where a fire occurred last week. And then we have a team assisting in the Kosovo Philippi area as well to assist those families. As we know, it's Christmas tomorrow. It's going to be a very bleak Christmas. We will try to make it a joyful for the young ones. We will provide to all the affected families a hot meal, and there afterwards we'll have Father Christmas going around handing out toys to these kids, just to bring some joy into the tragedy they've experienced over the last few hours.
Ali, of course, we know that summertime in Cape Town is synonymous with extremely high temperatures as well as a very, very strong southeaster. I spoke to this yesterday in terms of the living conditions in informal settlements are far from ideal. They're not ideal. And often we see people making fires to cook or to keep warm, etc. But then these fires are left unattended. You've given some advice, perhaps just to reiterate what people can do, and also to be aware that this is fire season in Cape Town.
That's correct, Vanessa. Especially this area, Bietjie, Masiphumelele, is overpopulated, and structures are built on top of each other. And with the southeasterly wind blowing in the evening, over experiences over the last few years, whether it was their community or whether it was their neighbours adjacent, they've seen that the devastation by leaving a gas stove unattended, by leaving a candle unattended, and it comes to a simple thing of negligence of not putting, of attending to the fire you have started, that you're not only destroying your home or your family, it's having a devastating effect on the whole community. Look, today, unfortunately, one person has passed on. So we're asking people, it's the 8th fire in 7 days in the Western Cape. I'm sure you can see the state of tragedy where close to 1,000 people are affected. So we're asking people just to be extra precaution, and when you are intoxicated, to not try to cook something or to light a candle, because you're not in the right state of mind to attend to that. We find many times the person fall asleep, and in the fire in Kosovo, we believe it was formed by an illegal connection, and when the sparks flew, when the wind spread it, unfortunately many people have had to suffer this devastation of simple negligence.
Ali, thank you so much for your time. Of course, they're the coordinator for humanitarian relief organisation, the Gift of the Givers. They have a truck out to my left-hand side, and of course they are at this very moment supplying hot meals and necessities, basic necessities, for the over 200 people that have been affected in this blaze. The second one we've covered since yesterday, but of course the 8th that the Gift of the Givers have responded to over the past week.